Hello everybody, welcome back to 10 Minute Reviews. Jason here bringing you today's video. As always guys, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. We've got a ton of content that we come out with. We're trying to review as many books as possible. Also, don't forget to check the links down below for links to today's book, any other applicable links such as our Discord channel, and anything else we can think of. Please check it out through the links. One of our fans asked us to set ourselves up with the Amazon affiliates so we could use the traffic through those links. Otherwise, once again, thank you everybody for joining us, and I'm going to go ahead and get right into today's video. Hello everybody, welcome back to 10 Minute Reviews. Jason here bringing you today's episode. My crazy puppy Freya sounds like she is inbound. She's also bringing you today's episode. And as always guys, please, there she is. Really baby. Really, every time? As always guys, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, and don't forget to check down below for links to today's book, to our Discord channel, and to anything else that might be applicable. We could use the traffic through our affiliate links. It definitely helps us out as well. So I want to talk about an author in a series that I've talked about in the past. I want to talk about System Universe 4 by SunriseCV. Now, obviously, or hopefully this is a pen name, but regardless, it's a fantastic series, absolutely awesome series. There's some great lit RPG coming out lately between the First to Fire and Battle Mage. You know, that's borderline lit RPG, you know, the Grand Game, Rise of the Winter Wolf, the Undying Magician. There's some absolutely incredible lit RPG coming out. System Universe is one of my favorites. It's one of the ones that the second a book comes out for it, I am devouring the book. So I'm going to skip the usual 4 categories because I already covered that in the first book. So we once again have our protagonist, Derek Hunt, who is overpowered yet underleveled, which is pretty amusing. And through this, he actually finally starts to meet a few things that are at least semi on his level. His stats and what he can do is still way overpowered, and he does hide his level. He's palling around with people that are max level, and he's not even actually close. He still has another threshold to break through, and yet he's still more powerful than pretty much all of them. So this time around, what we have now, what was mentioned in book 3 was the raid dungeon that was coming, and of course it wasn't mentioned in that book, but obviously Derek was going to get invited into this thing and possibly even forced into it, although I don't know who could possibly force him into it. But he has a lot of his reservations, and this book also deals with the auction that was hinted at from the materials that Derek had supplied before with his void beasts and stuff like that. So we finally get to that auction as well. We get to see some of what goes on. We get to see more of the interactions between Derek and the king, whom he does not like very much, one of the princes whom he does like quite a bit, and a lot of his other allies, including the owner of the restaurant chain and the ruler of the city of Savannah, and then some of his proteges that he's just teaching and helping. And they're also gaining their own power. And he realizes through this book, at least through the beginning of this book, that he actually needs to allow his friends to flourish. He needs to kind of let them go, to cut the apron strings a little bit and quit mothering them. And he decides that, well, if he's going to do that, they are strong enough, they're growing in their own power, they have to find their own path. If he's going to do that, then he doesn't need to worry about disappearing for a couple of years, which is what this raid dungeon would be because of the time compression within it. So since it's a max level raid dungeon, he gets recruited, and he goes in with the prince, some of his other allies, and a really cool blacksmith character. Really cool. I like this guy. I like this guy a lot, and I can't wait to see what he does with some of the materials he gets. So they enter into the raid dungeon, and that's what this book is about. This book, and you can tell at the minimum the next book, and probably one more after that, because this raid dungeon, once they enter it, they realize that it's actually a series of mini dungeons that they have to do in order. They're challenge dungeons. The challenge dungeons, and they have to pass these challenges in order to do it. They can't just skip to, say, challenge 3. They don't even know what challenge 3 is. They only know what challenge 1 is. They have to pass that one for challenge 2 to open up so that they can just even see what it is. And they have to kind of pick and choose their people that are allowed to go into it. and see what's going to happen, who's going to win, who's not, how are they going to win. You know, it might be a puzzle dungeon, it might be a survive dungeon, it might be a capture the flag dungeon. I mean, it could be anything. It could be a maze dungeon. So they have to pick and choose who they're going to send in that's going to have the best survivability. And of course, Derek has quite a bit of survivability, but for the first time so far in any of these books, he actually runs into creatures and beings that could defeat him, or that he just could not defeat. He could maybe get into a brief tie with them, maybe fight them to a draw up to a point. Whether or not he could escape if he decided to get out of that draw, who knows? But he does finally come across creatures and beings that he can't defeat on his own. Luckily, he is developing allies, and he's developing very, very strong allies. And of course, he figures out a way to monetize this as well. So, guys, you guys definitely got to check out System Universe 4. It's really, really cool. We still get some hints of Earth in the original system, because the way this is written, he's in a separate system. Earth went through its own system apocalypse, and that's where he got his original levels and his original abilities. But he has been ejected basically into another system, a different system. And I think that's where the System Universe idea comes from, or at least the name of it. And it could be pretty interesting if he eventually reaches a power level where he kind of hits the pinnacle within the planet and the world that he is on, and figures out a way to travel to other systems. There's definitely a hint that the Earth system is eventually going to combine with the system he's at, and who knows what could happen then. Maybe he gets reset all over again, back down to level 1, but with all of his stats, which would make him even more powerful. He'd be another god level being. But either way, it's fascinating, and I can't wait to see what happens next. This is a phenomenal series. So please, guys, after you hit the like and subscribe buttons, go check out System Universe. System Universe 4 just came out. Thank you, everybody, for watching. We will catch you guys next time. Bye now.